Yeah, what's up, people? It's your boy MC Glenn44, and I'm chilling out with these amazing human beings. Bumsema majina zenu.
MC Bruce Tiema.
Patricia Tatu.
Nkwangadi Daisy.
Umacha kitu plus.
Or the plus size princess.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today tunaongelea kitu ingine very serious. In sharing inaitwa killing the monkey. Yes, we went about something called masturbation. Yeah, KWS wametupigia wakasema kwamba youths there's this species
monkeys.
of animals that are dying, monkeys that die.
They're choking.
Yes, and yeah, karibuni sana.
Yes.
Santi.
Yeah, experiences. Okay, if I can start with me, by the way,
Yeah.
let me just tell you one thing. It's not bad, usijue, for doing it.
Yeah.
No, we used to do it. I don't know with who.
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, I think it's a stage at some point when you get to be a teenager and, you're an adolescent and you're kind of sexually active. So, kuna vile unataka ku, have that pleasure. You see, you can't control. You kind of feel that you need to, do it.
Okay.
So, the best way you can do it, and you're not ready for sex, is to, sex yourself. So it's not something that you should be guilty about, or it's something that unafaa ku feel weird or like you're an animal or something. Yeah, so not everyone does it, but most teenagers, they do it.
Okay, to my right, you guys, have you ever had scenarios where umekatia msee na akakukataa, then ukaamua kujisaidia?
Okay.
Bruce, wacha tuanze hapo. Ushekatia msee, then akazua, akasema, mimi na Bruce, then ukaamua kwenda kujisaidia.
Hey, Bruce, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Inaka niko ushafanya. Silence means something.
Silence is also an answer.
Silence is also an answer that says yes.
Okay, I'm building up. Najiform.
Unajijenga.
Najijenga.
Yes.
So, okay, yeah, it happens, unaona.
Yeah.
Unakuwa na high expectation, lazima nipatie dem atia, amenipatia science, ati naweza. Hapo saa zingine kuna stuff niliona Instagram. There were two boys when they wanted to have a sex party.
Yeah.
Na madem wengine wawili. So, walinunua Viagra. So, Viagra it takes place after two hours.
Hey.
So, walisema madem anakuja 8. So, wakasema
Okay,
acha.
wacha kwanza. Ladies and gentlemen, kama una watch unajui Viagra ni nini? Wasawageto, Viagra ni njugu ya mabola.
Njugu ya
Mabola.
Okay, yeah, so walimeza at 8.
Uh-huh.
And wakangoja madem. Unajua inafaa kuanza 10. So ikafika 9 and the girls said they're not coming.
So akaamua.
So okay, ile story ilishia tu hapo.
Ni sawa, tunajua kitu ili happen.
Yes,
Maliza Viagra.
Unpopular to the common belief, whatever. Everyone of either age, race, ethnicity, whatever, has done it once or twice. Because, so you just see some fine specimen and you're like, bro, just come and marry me. And nakukata. Kwanza ni uchungu by this sana. But ni life. So everyone of every ethnicity, race, whatever, has done it. Every gender, kwanza gender, people think it's only men, but also women. Yes.
Yes, you have done it, I have done it, we can do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about masturbation, self-pleasure. Yes. Is it wrong? Is it right? What does the Bible say about it? So that tuone kama tunatoka ndani physically ama tunatoka ndani spiritually. How about you, Daisy?
So, guys, I'll start by asking you, kumasturbate. Unadhani kuna effects, like will it affect you as a teen?
Okay,
kuna vile
itaku affect juu.
How?
Juu the moment unajua ukimasturbate ni ile uko na njaa. Yaani imebuild mpaka unasema hapa siwezi chukua, unaona. So the moment you're masturbating, you are satisfying yourself.
Yeah.
So that your partner akikuja hata akijaribu kusatisfy hawezi. Unaona. Okay, ama we will be like, my partner is not unsatisfied with nataka because I'm doing my way. Unaona. So the moment you're doing it your way, the partner anakaa kujaribu another way, hata kwa
So unajaribu kusema
si hivyo.
Okay, so unajaribu kusema Bruce that masturbation inakusaidia kujua kitu unataka, the way, okay, how should I say it? The pleasure you need when it comes to real sex.
Like, Daisy, long term, okay, there's no scientific proof or whatever that it causes health effects. There's none.
Yeah.
But with time, long term, you rely on yourself so much that if anyone else even tries your way haiwezi. Juni wetu ndo unajua hadi kila kitu. Na uwezi explainia mtu mwingine kitu hadi ashike. Ni wetu ndo unajua. So long term, wetu ndo utabaki unajua, like no one else can.
It's like nini, tuseme aje, okay, story imenipita. But let's say, you know, masturbation ni kama self-pleasure. Unajifanyia.
Yes.
Unaona? Na kuna vile unajifanyianga vile unataka. Nika kujibu maswali. Nobody can ever answer your questions the best way vile unazijibu.
Yes.
Unless unataka kukopi. So kama uko na jibu, alafu kajipatia hiyo jibu, it means nobody else can give you the answer that you need. So when you do it as a teenager or as a youth before you get married, I'm not even saying that you do it after getting married. After getting married, ushapata bibi. Pewa. Yes, so what I'm saying,
kuna wengine wanafanya.
Kuna wengine wanafanya. So nini inakuanga the effect from ile kitambo. Former life. So what happens ni, you go to your marriage. Ngoja nimalize. You go to marriage, umeingia kwa ndoa, si ndio?
Yes.
But your wife is not doing it the way you used to do it. Unaona? So the comparison unapeana hapo between your wife ni wewe na bibi yako. Umeanza kubeba wewe huku na bibi yako anasema, ya mkono ya bibi yangu is soft. Yangu ni hard. So you feel like they are not doing it the way you are doing it. So your pleasure pia from your wife.
It's like una reduce sensitivity yako ina reduce. Like you're not triggered by people.
Okay. Yes. Aya.
So umeelewa?
Okay, this yes man, you're talking like somebody I know.
Okay,
Yes.
kuna wengine they've not been masturbating, but the moment they enter into marriage, they masturbate. Why? Because utapata what you expected while you are not married.
Oh, okay. But mwenye nini?
Unajua.
Kuna kitu hapo umesema yenye makes sense.
Aye.
Like how do you go to marriage then unasema what you expected?
No, like
For you to let me tell you something. Hii ni fact, hii ni reality. Hii nada nakubai after this nakubai ya juo.
Unanimaliza.
For you to expect something, it means kulikuwa na the initial.
Yes.
Kulikuwa na initial,
Yes.
si ndio? So if you had an initial, then you go into something, then you start you make comparisons. See what walisemanga, if something is better than, it means there's already something that is good. So
let's say you had a girlfriend and she was satisfying you. So umeingia kwa marriage and then boop.
Sasa unaona kuna
Yes, masturbation. Yes, masturbation.
Nyinyi mtu akichanganya pia nyinyi.
Unajua.
Okay, masturbation.
Unajua
beats our
kusema
point.
like you're using yourself as a person. Okay, what you're talking about here, vile tatu amesema, it's about, sensitivity, that sexual sensitivity, the sexual pleasure you're getting from it. You know, you say that, you masturbate in marriage because your wife cannot give you what you need.
Okay, mimi sijui kuona nielewa.
Mimi sikuelewa.
tunakuget.
Okay,
Issue ni unatumia example ya msee alianza kupewa akiwa mdogo.
Okay.
Alafu sasa anapewa na bibi. Alafu anafeel kama bibi ampei vile alikuwa anapewa.
Kuna wengine wanakuwa relationship imeanza vizuri, wamemarry and then inafika at some point the husband ama wife is not giving the best, unaona? Aweki vile alikuwa anaeka kitambo, unaona? So kama ni mimi nilikuwa na demu wangu and then tukoana na yeye tukakuwa in marriage and then anipatie vile alikuwa anipatia, like she's not satisfying me the way she used to do, unaona? So ikifika at that point I'm like yenyewe hapa sasa acha let me just do it.
Wacha tufanye hivi.
Fanya aje?
tutaleta discussion ya kuoana.
Na sex.
We discuss now sex and marriages.
Jusa hapa
Currently,
tunaongelea
let's now talk about
pleasure.
let's talk about self pleasure. Okay, let's
it is you and you.
first, ladies and gentlemen, let's eradicate
You
the
and your
fact.
hand.
You and your hand.
Let's put off the fact that there's a lady, ama there's a guy satisfying you initially. Let's not talk about sex right
Yeah,
now.
it's not
Let's talk
sex.
about you satisfying yourself. You touching yourself.
Yes.
Unaona? You touching yourself until your sexual pleasure inapotea.
However, kujishika ni mzuri. Ndio unaweza kudiscover kama uko na vitu kama cancer. By the self test. Hatuwakatazi ku self test.
Yeah, self testing.
The only way you can know if you have breast cancer ni ujishike, so self test. Prostate cancer jishike, self test. But
Jitambue.
self test.
By then, I read somewhere, I don't know whether it's true, that masturbation ina cause effect yake ni memory loss. Mpaka nikakaa chini nilikuwa nafikiria. Actually I'm not coming from a point of purity. Hatusemi nikaa tujaifanya hizi vitu. We used to do them. Issue ni we overcame. Now the point is we overcame. So I also remember it's just to affirm the fact that it cause memory loss. I also remember at time I remember I have memories where I was in school where I used to like engage. So kuna times there are some things zenye zinakupotea. Unaona? There are some things zinakupotea juu at least usha engage mind yako kwa vitu zenye si non-ethical. Kitu kama hiyo juu at least tulienda kusoma. So kitu kama hiyo. And I know viewers kuna times too fulani we find ourselves forgetting
what you're supposed to
vitu za karibu. And tutumie tu kitu kama tu saa hii time ya COVID. Umebaki kwa nyumba uko free. Unajikuta ile moment unajishika, unafeel kuna chores umemiss kufanya. Vitu simple.
You are taking time to do something.
You are taking time to do something.
Yeah,
Na umesahau kuna vyombo ni chafu.
True, yeah. Like disrupt your daily functioning, your normal life. Like instead of kutoka kwa nyumba saa hii wewe uko busy, you're serious with whatever it is you're doing.
It is
and
what
you're
it
just
is.
there serious. And then aside from that, like guilt. Guilt kills people. Guilt inaua watu sana. And somehow, regardless of whether you link it to Christianity or whatever it is you link it to, the guilt usually comes. And when the guilt comes, una feelingi vibaya sana. Unajiuliza someone nilifanya hivyo, unajiona mchafu like mchafu. Like some people even want to take a shower afterwards.
Very true. Let's to you're in the act, while in the act, you always feel like it's pleasuring until
Post.
Iishe.
Post.
Sasa ikiisha where we ejaculate, men, I don't know how you guys do it, but ni sawa. So ikiishanga, it's just like having premarital sex. Unajikutanga the moment usha ejaculate, you feel like nilikuwa nafanya nini? Nikaa akili nafunguka.
Unasema
design fulani. Pako like hapo ndio sasa unasema like guy.
Oh, by the way,
unaanza kufeel guilty. Pako unaanza kufeel you are unworthy.
True.
Totally unworthy. Na atusemi hata sisi as Christians tuna feeling hivyo mpaka tunajisema sasa Mungu anafeel aje kunihusu.
Ananiona aje? Mimi ni mchafu.
And Glenn on that. So what is when someone reaches that point, by the way, you do it when before you start, you kinda just today.
Ni leo
tu. This is the last. Hapo mpaka kama kuna any photos of your mom in your room unazifunika ndio.
Kila una feeling ni kama
unakuona peke yako kwa giza.
Hadi wale unaona unaangalia calendar hivi unasema huyu msichana huyu mwenye ako kwa calendar ni kama ananiona. Wacha nifunike. Asinione.
So unafika, and then after that is when it dawns on you, by the way, what am I doing?
And you start feeling like there's somebody higher seeing
seeing you, but then he has seen you. So what help can these people, when someone reaches that point, imefika breaking point and on any guilt, inamu affect psychologically, what do you think is the best way he or she can,
Like, okay. Like any other addiction, inafikanga a point, it becomes an addiction. You no longer do it to feel high because it's a feeling of high, that pleasure.
Yeah.
You no longer do it to feel high. You just do it because I do it. You get. So unless you actually, for drugs, for anything, an addiction, anything, unless you actually acknowledge that you've already reached this stage, so now that's when the healing, that's when the healing starts. Like, you seek help first. Like, you seek help.
And then it's not something tattoo. I can just go to my mom and tell my mom, you know what,
Mommy
Mom, I've been masturbating. It's something, society doesn't look at it in a nice way. So you can just...
Not society, African community, because white people, they look at it in a nice way.
But I know in another way.
In another
Not
way.
nice, but in another way.
Another way.
It's healthy, yes, according to... Okay, now we are in Africa. So how can this African boy or this Kenyan boy or girl, where is the help? Atambia nani? Because I'm sure ataziambia. Sijui you can tell your friends that.
Kuna tule stage inaweza fika unasema I'm very close to her. I'm very close to him. Unaona? So wanasemanga problem shared is
half solved, yeah.
Yeah. So mimi, okay, you just go to your closest friend. Hata kama uko close na mzazi, it's at least upate help then better than we ukae ujiseme mimi na sifai kukua mbele wase. Unaona? Like,
and then you have to realize one thing. We all subscribe to Christianity. It is not a must to share it with a person if you don't feel comfortable. You have someone who listens 24/7 regardless of whether it is you want to talk about. And you just go to the Lord and openly say, you know what, Lord, it is time I stopped this and I need your help. You confess. If you feel that that's not still enough for you, kuna a lot of unanimous groups that people won't even know you. They'll never know you regardless, unless ni hackers and trackers. But yeah, there are several groups, like like we've seen groups of alcoholics, like recovering alcoholics. Wanasemanga something unanimous, like anonymous, like you don't know them. Though the same thing, there are several groups, several online. Because even we are stuck at home, I've come to realize there are several groups that have actually opened up for such scenarios, people dealing with depression, people dealing with addictions, masturbation, whatever it is you want to stop yourself from doing. So you enter the group and you each give your testimony, hold yourself accountable to a group of people you don't know about. They may be walking next to you or they may be far away, but you don't know about them. But they hold you accountable.
Yo guys, we'll be right back after the break. But in the meantime, check out this video.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze
So, ladies and gentlemen, that electrifying performance was done by none other than Jeffrey Cyrus. You can check him out on the dance moves zake. Aki guy misses the dance, me got 2 left feet.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. We want to talk about wet dreams. We're dreaming masturbating.
What?
Wet dreaming?
No.
It's not masturbating.
Wait.
What?
It's a form, like it's Like for you to kujipea self pleasure. The mind works in several ways. Not several ways. Like all our senses need to be induced. For you to be able to like feel good, masturbate, you need to see something.
Yeah, you need to see
Yeah,
something. You
sure.
need to create an image.
Images.
Needs to feel, but unasikia didi. Like, okay, nataka didi, but yeah, you get it. Like, for some people, you need to hear the sounds. Like, some people just need to hear the sounds.
The audio.
And the audio. And like, a lot goes in, like, all your 5 senses need to be at work. For some people, it's even taste by the lazima waonje kitu. But anywho, that's not the point. So, the same thing for wet dreams. I think you unaota. Unaota. And for some people in a feeling mpaka a form of reality, like it's happening right now.
Actually, Nini,
Okay, hatuwezi jua.
Form of reality. Let's now go. What is an experience I had with myself, with my body and I. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not ashamed of saying it because
we moved on.
Yes.
So
We
this
are
is what
now
happened. This is what happened.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying that wet dreaming is a form of masturbation is because masturbation in itself is a pleasure yako unajifanyia. Wet dreaming ni pleasure anakuna mtu. So which means it's sex in the mind. But umelala ni katu ndoto. Ndoto inafanyika kwa akili. And it's also triggered na events zako za maybe the daily events. So I had this experience and kitu ilifanyika ni I was sleeping kwa doze 2 na doze 250. Then in your mind you feel like you're in the dream you feel like you're having sex, serious sex. Unaona? I woke up, they say that wet dream ni hiyo ni ejaculation fluid I woke up unapata shit zako ziko messed up. Unaona? It's because kuna pleasure ilikuwa inafanyika. So tumeifanya kwa akili lakini imejitengeneza kwa physical move to the physical. So I can say that it's a form of masturbation.
And
I don't agree.
Daisy, skia. Like sins are usually linked. Acha niseme hivyo. Like ukifanya one sin, you've committed yet another, and then the next. So like there's a verse in the Bible that says, Matthew 5:28, it says, "But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Like sins are linked. Siniwakwambia lazima uone kitu ndo feel vibe.
Yeah, you
so
must
you've already looked at someone with such intentions. Yes, self pleasure wewe. But remember, the Bible imesema you've already looked at someone. Even though the Bible does not directly say masturbating is a sin, it does say adultery is a sin, and you've committed adultery. You get the general idea.
Are you convinced?
Things are linked.
Okay, we'll really have to convince her.
Okay, Helkers, I thought that wet dreams. Okay, wet dreams is just involuntary, and I thought it's part of growth in a man, in a boy.
Yeah, it is.
Scientifically, it's a part of growth.
It's a part of growth.
But spiritually,
It's not.
before we will come back and discuss the spiritual aspect of it.
Which we are heading to right now.
Yeah, so that upate realize that actually wet dream is sex. Ni sex, but it's not physical sex. Ni sex huko juu.
Ndotoni.
So sex ndotoni. Alafu una ejaculate nini.
And then Daisy,
the physical.
Nimesahau. Tumesema one in memory loss, but it's not connected. But someone told me, you have control with whatever it is you choose to dream.
You choose to dream.
Like, you see the dreams you have at night, you have over 1,000, you have several dreams in one night, but you only remember 1 or 2 during the day. Unapata sometimes you dreamt about, you saw chicken, you saw nice chicken. Then usiku, I've had this happen to me. I saw very nice chicken, and I didn't have money to buy it at the time. Then at night I dreamt about chicken, that we were eating chicken, that my mama just cooked chicken. You get. So by the end of the day, ukiona tu mtu lastfully, na useme tu ini thought, your mind now regenerates that to a dream.
Malisaf.
Like, sometimes it is involuntary, like you didn't even notice during the day, but sometimes you have control over it. Jumona mtu kusema, nikipewa huyu, you have control over that. So
Nitawezana.
your mind will just hold that thought. Usiku umepewa huyu.
Okay.
You get.
Well.
Umepewa kwa ndoto.
Okay, that is informative. Actually, sikuwa najua. So now, what is the spiritual aspect of masturbation? What does religion say? I know, I'm sure it critiques, it disapproves of it, and it categorizes it as sexual immorality.
It's actually sexual sin.
So let's discuss this. What do you think is the spiritual aspect? Should we, as Christians, do we encourage our sons and daughters to masturbate?
No.
A question on do we encourage? No, we don't encourage. But let's treat this as any other sin.
All right.
Let's treat it as either way. Okay. First of all, sexual sin is always a sin. All the other sins are sins away from your body. But sexual sin is a sin against your own body.
Yes.
Sasa, but we cannot cancel the fact that people are already doing it. We don't. By the way, we don't support. But it's not a matter of we support it. We don't support it. We don't support the act.
Yes.
We don't support the act. But we love and still care for the sinner, but we don't support the sin. So we don't encourage.
Nachapa makosa sikuchapi wewe.
We don't encourage Christians, non-Christians, or even non-believers to masturbate, sex pleasure, because apart from the physical effects, it's gonna to spiritual effects.
Yeah, and also I can say, okay, ikona spiritual effects. Yeah, it's sort of a demon. Let me say, because it's sin.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, being that is a sin, it's
one thing you can say, vile hata tatu alisema, if you kinda need help, you can talk to your maker and tell God to help you to leave this thing. Sindio? So, hata kwa Ephesians 6:12 tunaambiwa, for we are not fighting against flesh and blood of enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world. In short, we should try to fight against it. If you're having problem with it, you should fight against it spiritually, but not physically. Yeah.
And then I'd also like to say, physically, we usually English learning. We usually lose several physical battles. You see battles that are against the spirit. We usually lose them because this is happening in another realm. There's a famous story that is told. A snake was taken by an eagle. They were fighting. They were fighting on the ground, right? Then the snake was winning. Then the eagle picked the snake up and took it up to the sky. So who was winning?
The eagle.
Yes.
So it's like you're fighting a spiritual battle in the physical realm.
Yeah,
You'll definitely lose. Like unajiambia sasa mimi leo nimewacha. Utaiwacha.
Kwanza ndio siku utaanza sasa vizuri.
In fact unajiambia nitaacha kesho. And when you continue like that, unaendelea kuacha kesho mpaka utaiwacha.
Na hoja kunanga kesho haifikangi.
Kesho haifikangi. But when you realize that this is actually a spiritual battle and you are fighting it, that's when you start to win, because you're not fighting it on the flesh, you're fighting it spiritually. Unaona? And then I was looking for the verse in Eugene amesema every other sin you commit against
out of the body.
1 Corinthians 6:18, I think. Yeah, out of the body, but sexual sin is against the body. And we're usually told you, my body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, my body is the temple of the living Lord.
Okay, to add on what Glenn said.
To add flesh.
Add flesh. Glenn said kusema tu kunyonga, it's normal nowadays. It's just normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
Maboys kwa group, and then tuseme mimi kwa group and I'm like, okay, I'm innocent, mimi sijui kunyonga, but there's someone anakuja nasema jana nilinyonga, alafu kusema hata mimi leo nilinyonga leo, unaona. So someone will be like, kwani mbona mimi
ni kitu watu wanafanya.
Yeah, and in Psalms 26:4-5, and in Psalms chapter 1 verse 1, it says, I do not entertain the wicked, neither be in their company. So even if we're a Christian, when in non-Christian, we are a pagan, God ako kwetu si sote. God is there for us all. So
Regardless.
let's ukiona dhambi vile Glenn amesema fly, run away. Don't run, just fly.
Fly, don't run,
Yeah,
fly.
just fly and go.
Actually, Nanini, from the same phrase, I can give something that good is good, even if nobody's doing it.
Yes.
And bad is bad, even if everybody's doing
Everybody's
it.
doing
Yeah.
it.
So let's not do something because people are doing
Somebody's
it,
doing it.
but let's get the facts
Yes.
right. So the same way, nini mi napenda nini, me I love ile story ya
Me,
ati me. Hey man,
I love.
I'm not going back to school anytime soon. Lakini for the sake of all the students going back to school in 2021, me, I don't know. Oh, is it me or I, Glenn.
Me Glenn.
Direct translation.
I don't know. Okay, so Nini, I love the story about Joseph. And Joseph, actually, he gives us Nini, how we are supposed to relate with when it comes to issues to issues on sex. Joseph, when he got into Nini, when he met Potiphar's wife.
Sorry,
Joseph had alikuwa na options kadhaa sana.
nyingi sana.
Alikuwa na option ya kuitika na kulala na to surrender to the will of Potiphar's wife. Na achape alafu atoke. Nobody will know. The only people wenye wangejua hapo ni yeye na Potiphar's wife. But I love the option that Joseph took. The option that Joseph took was to fly. He flee away from the environment. Actually, hakutoka tu from the scene, alitoka from the environment. Alitoka kila mahali. So what we need to do, using the same scripture, now let's use Potiphar's wife as the situation called masturbation. So Potiphar's wife is the environment that we are in. Then the environment is called idleness. The environment is called loneliness.
Boredom.
The environment is called
Availability
boredom.
of bundles.
And the environment is also availability of bundles. Free Wi-Fi. Imefika ile point yenye we need to flee. Hata kama umekuwa ukiifanya, but the first step yenye tunafaa kufanya ni tutoke kwanza. Unaona? Na tukishatoka from the environment, now that's when we can approach God through prayer. By the way, it's easier to approach God through prayer while out of the environment. And it will be very hard. By that, tuseme tu kweli, itakuwa ngumu ku approach God ukiwa ndani environment. I remember a story is told, a friend of mine gave me a story. Alikuwa anasema like there's a day kwa nyumba yake, he was holding prayers. So everybody came. Then this lady alikuwa anaishi mbali. So the lady akasema acha tu nikae nispend kwako. Na kijana ni mwanaume. Ni mwanaume muombi anaomba. Yeye ndiye prayer warrior. So being a prayer warrior, the guy was like, "Oh, we'll just pray. The lady will sleep down there, me I'll sleep up here." Mnajua nyumba za campus zinakuwa bedsitter. So analala pale chini, mimi nalala hapa juu. Hapa juu. So already the environment imekuwa created, issue ni hawajui. So they prayed nicely. My friend waligonga maombi ya 1 hour. Wakasema Mungu hapa. Hai tunakuita. Kuja.
You have dwelled.
Chora boundary.
Okay, Glenn. Thanks.
Na boundary kachorwa. At 2 a.m.
Yes.
Sijui ni boundary the walls of Jericho came tumbling down. The walls of Jericho boundary was rubbed. Sijui ilichorwa na pencil ama nini, but ilifutwa. And the thing happened. So if it can happen to a man of God, prayer warriors, and actually it happened to David.
Yes.
Actually sexual sin ni kitu kingine, kuihepa ni ngumu.
True.
But kuihepa pia ni rahisi in a way. Issue kuihepa sasa itabidi hata tunaitoka kwanza. Kama ni hapa ndio inafanywa unachapa sexual sin, vile Mungu alisema if your right hand causes you sin, toka hapa ndani, toka nje. Then ukishatoka nje, now talk to
God.
Okay, so all I can say, guys, is if you're indulging in the activity right now and it's kind of, pushing you to shove and you're having a hard time finding, coming out of it, just try to get help from, spiritually. Ask God for help because he can help you come out of it. Or you can go see a therapist or someone you can confide in, someone who can help you with that. Yeah. And if you're not indulging in it, you're okay. It is okay not to masturbate. I know your friends might tell you this is the in thing. Don't follow them. You're doing the right thing. What is good, and what is bad is bad. Peace out.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's okay. I will say that it's okay to sin, but it's not okay to stay in sin. So, as Christians, we're not against masturbators. We are against masturbation. We are against the act. So the sin ndio shida. Sinners mko sawa.
Okay.
So let's just kick out the sin, kwanza. Then we stay put to Christians that Christ really wants. Then continue following us, by the way, on Facebook, YouTube, at Sitam Kisumu. I was your boy, MC Glenn Fife.
So what I'd like to say, like I've just said, sin is usually linked. When you do one, you do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So why go through that chain? Why go through that chain? Just pluck yourself out from the chain. Just stop the whole transitioning. So it's your girl plus size princess signing out.
And the
And she's gone.
princess is gonna repeat what you
Okay,
say.
it is okay. Thank you so much. Wow. So, masturbating is having sex with the demon. Once you're masturbating, having sex with the demon, we don't want you to have sex with the demon. Kindly, let's stay pure. Let's keep our ways pure. And I was the host, MC Bruce TM. Signed out. Boom.